What's crackin', movie trivia Schmoedown fans? It's your boy C-Dub, and today we got the ShireWolves taking on Brianne Chandler and her mystery partner, which appear to be called Sick in the Head. I've been speculating on this for a while on Schmoedown All Access. I thought that Mara Kanopik would be Brianne's mystery partner, but it very easily could be Drew McWee. So let's get this match started and find out.
In the team tournament, the Ultimate Schmoedown Team Tournament 2018, the theme is anarchy. Anarchy. Anarchy.
Into the Schmoedown, into the tournament. Who are you looking to see? Who are you rooting for?
I'm also looking forward to having a break, and because I have a lot of mental situations going on and physical issues going on, so I hope that I'll be back, and I hope that I'll be able to, when the call comes for my next match, be able to say I'm ready, but I can't guarantee that, and I really am not in a good headspace right now.
Making a return to the Schmoedown in competition, this movie and I guess Wolf of Wall Street. And with that, that's it. The winner of the as far as titles go. What will she do?
I have no thought about it at this present time because I'm just kind of going to weigh my options.
You might not share it with like a certain,
I earned this myself, so I feel like this is my time.
Since you are our current free-for-all champion, may I present you with this the official free-for-all belt for our official free-for-all champion. Wear it with pride and joy.
Hey.
Sorry, busy? Guessing?
I mean,
well.
It's you.
Look at that. Hey, busy. Maybe yeah. Hey, Bram.
Come on in.
We followed each other on Twitter for a long time, right? We saw how classy and elegant you were. Wonderful. In the free-for-all. Congratulations on your big victory. I think you deserved it. I think it was a stellar notch on your career resume, and it was very important for you. It kind of brings me right up here, speaking of the free-for-all.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you get a title shot or something with that. You get it's like a coupon for a free title shot.
Something like that. Right.
What your plans are? You give it any thoughts?
I put some thought to it, but I don't really know.
I don't know if you want I want to.
You're asking me for this title shot. That's what.
No, I don't want to feel like that. Because you're so classy.
Let's get to the point.
Competition classy, and you want your title shot.
No. I just wanted to let you both know, as I'm sure you filled Tom in, that we will be playing a team match next season.
Yeah, beat her and a partner. So, yeah.
No, I don't think so, because I have a partner. Of course it's me. ShireWolves. We talked it over, and your offer to join your faction next month, that's not really going to work for us.
Listen, I totally understand. You guys have both been performing really well.
No.
We want to join you now.
Whatever it takes to get to that belt, we're going to earn it. Clark talked about hype. We know we have been hyped up by the fans, and we're excited that, we pulled out a win today to live up to that hype, but we plan on continuing to work hard to earn that.
The ShireWolves are a dream matchup for Rachel Cushing and Clark Wolf, part of the Fight Club, and then they're going up against two guys who won once for their karate gi. 5, 3, 2, Tony Curtis. And your winner, ladies and gentlemen, the ShireWolves!
I said during my match with Sam, I'm coming for the belt. And I wasn't kidding. Rachel and I are coming for the belts.
Shit. If I've done everything I wanted to do in the Schmoedown, there's only one logical step left, and that is to walk away. Walk away with and give up both championships. Give up both belts.
World's Finest has their work cut out for them today, and whoever wins will earn a shot at the championship. And your winner!
They've been wondering what I'm going to do with this, and I've made my decision. I want a woman to have a belt in this league. Not one that I designed and I, came up with, but one that's officially for the league. And I'm going to be selfless, and I'm going to go against you guys, so that way it could be me or it could be you guys. Okay, how do you feel about that challenge?
I mean, I think this is pretty much, I don't think any of us are surprised. I think this is, and I don't think any of us are scared. And I know that you and I have a little bit of history in the ring.
Sure.
I take the challenge seriously, but I think Rachel and I are ready.
More than ready.
Tell you, you can feel it here today, Mark. This is a big game feel. This is a title match. All things are on the line, and for the first time ever, history will be made. At the end of this match, we will have our first champion, who happens to be a female.
Exciting stuff here. Belts are on the line here, Ken, and what an interesting road we have taken this entire year in the movie Trivia Schmoedown, but particularly with this event. Now we have the ShireWolves. They come in here as the favorite. They're 3-0. They have one knockout. They came together at the beginning of this year. You have Clark Wolf, who was the Rookie of the Year in 2016. Rachel Cushing, Rookie of the Year in 2017. She had a teammate on a team called the Nerds Watch. She ditched that loser. She picks up a Clark Wolf, and now all of a sudden they go on a run that could lead to the belt that they so desperately crave here today. But what an interesting opposition they have facing them.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a mystery team. A mystery in the sense that one of the partners has not yet been revealed.
Wait on out.
Miss Movies won the free-for-all, one of the best moments in Schmoedown history. I don't even know if she fully comprehended it at the time, but she's definitely thought about it now. With that free-for-all came the ability to claim a title shot, and that is what she's done. After many people, I will admit, myself included, offered her money, cars, speedboats, all the things that were popular in the 80s, to her for this title shot, for the right to take. She held on to it, and at the end of the day, I respect that because she's got herself here a history-making championship opportunity.
But who is the partner here? We have no idea who it could be. You, it could be Baby cares. It could be a Kalinowski. It could be the Commissioner Thatch. She can choose whoever she wants to go against the mighty ShireWolves. Who is she going to take? That's the big question that's about to be answered. We have no idea who is backstage. And the reason why we have this belt on the line is because originally we were going to have ShireWolves play the above the line, but then we had Drew McQueen. He's still writing movie reviews. Sam Levine is retired playing shuffleboard in Boca. They vacated the belt, so now that belt is on the line here today. What a number of exciting things happening, and it all coalesces with this very day.
Yeah, I still sometimes can't comprehend what Sam did, but I respect it. Walking away at the top, nothing else to prove.
He got all.
Look what it's done.
He got tired.
It's given us this wonderful history-making match today, and I'm excited for you, the Schmoedown fans, for what you're about to watch.
I am excited for you. This is not the first time that Clark and Brianne have met in the ring. I believe Clark has a 2-1 record all time, but if that changes here today, a belt is going to be on Brianne, and whoever her mystery opponent may be. There was a lot of jabbering in the pregame talk. Let's take a look.
So Brianne stepped in kind of out of nowhere in that last match that Clark and Rachel played and announced that she was going to play the ShireWolves for the belt with an unknown partner. I say, bring it on. Throw anybody you want at these ladies. They will destroy them. There was this event called the Free-for-All. I wasn't originally going to do it, but then my schedule changed and I was like, hey, why not? You know, it's pretty low pressure, and I like low pressure because I like to hang a lot of anxiety on myself. So I thought, you know what? It doesn't matter. I'm just going to do it. And then I just kind of won it.
I've been playing this game for a long time. I've seen a lot of competitors come into this league, and seen a lot of amazing competitors who have been in this league prior, and I've played a lot of them, and I really think, like, we've accomplished a lot. We've done a lot. We've come a long way. We're better players. We've seen ourselves evolve. We've seen the game evolve, and now I think the one thing that's left to check off is I think it's time for a title.
I have not revealed who my mystery partner is yet because I just decided, you know what? Let's keep everyone guessing. I needed to also figure out who I wanted to have as my partner. And so I did a lot of research. I thought a lot about this show and some of the history that I have in this show and thought who could be good alongside me for this. And I think you might be a little surprised. I don't know. I definitely went with someone that I have history with.
Look, the Fife Club respects Brianne Chandler, what she did in the free-for-all. We respect whoever her partner is, new, old, friendly face. We don't know. Doesn't matter, though. That's the point. It matters that we have, as Clark said, scraped our way, fought hard, worked our way to this title shot. We've been here before. We're vets at title shots at this point. So this is it. This is the one. And that's just it.
We're ready.
And lastly, I'm going to express myself the only way that I know how to, which is through song. You all looked through me, and who could blame you? I need a new me and some positive proof that I'm not just a fluke.
And after today, she could be champion.
After today, I'll be fine.
Let's hope there isn't any KO tampering.
A team belt might be mine. I've got less than an hour, and when this is settled, I'll either be champion
Or you'll go mental. Just think of the time you've been losing, waiting until you could play.
Gonna be on a team battle, Rachel and Clark. Gonna party from now till the studio's dark. Things will be going my way after today. I wish that this was the day after today.
Hey, you see that, Ken? Those are two confident bunches, and yet I was maybe hoping we'd get a reveal as to who her opponent is. No such luck. That is apparently going to be safe for the intro, or hell, maybe round 4. I don't know when we're going to meet this new mystery teammate.
I'll tell you what, I like that strategy. I respect it from Miss Movies, holding on to the advantage she has until game time. I respect that a lot.
That's right, Clark's 4th attempt at a belt. This is going to be Rachel's, I believe it's her 2nd. This is Brianne's 1st, and the mystery opponent, who knows if they even own a belt. Ken, let's go to the tail of the tape. What are the opponents that we know are showing up against each other good at?
Well, I'll start with the ShireWolves. We know Rachel is such a strong competitor in Inner Geekdom, so she brings a lot of that. But don't forget, And as I know firsthand when I was her teammate.
Oh, you were the guy?
I was the guy.
I am so sorry.
I like to consider him very misunderstood. A lot of people think he's grouchy. He's just tired.
But
Here's the thing. Her strengths also include directors, Oscars, new releases. She is a movie buff and here for a reason. Also, strengths include horror thriller. We know that's a specialty of Clark Wolf. And I talked to Rachel before the match and said, what else are you studying on? And she said this, war movies, because I'm going to war. I may have added the last part because it sounded cool, but war movies is listed there. On the other side, Miss Movies, well, we don't know what her partner will bring to this match, but we do know her strengths include, well, wonderful entrances, and that I actually think that is something that helps you in the match. If you can intimidate kind of get that awe-inspired feel from your partner, that's a leg up. Her strengths include dance, musicals, new releases as well, and she also said puking before matches, which I think shows a sign of concentration because she is getting all the bad mojo out and she's here to fight.
That feels bad because I saw her eating wood wrench not an hour ago.
That was actually me. That was me.
I get you two mistaken all the time. Ken, you ready?
I am ready.
My armpits are ready, so it's time to Schmoedown! Here we go. Introducing first. She is the 2018 free-for-all winner, Miss Movie Yeah, we have some rose petals on the ground. I'm going to take those later and act like I bought them myself. It's going to be great. Yeah, sprinklers going on. All right. I have, this was handed to me during that explosion. I do have the information, and it's time to introduce Brienne's mystery partner. He is a New York Times best-selling author, former winner of Beat the Geeks and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. From the Adam Carolla Show, Brian Fisher! Sources say that it was Nick Mundy. I had sources say that there were some other outside sources coming. RB3 was a candidate in my book. Kevin Smith. This is a surprise, and wow, he brings a pedigree that I will see how this plays out. He tossed back around pretty quickly. I hope this teammate membership lasts longer than that. Before we introduce the competitors you're going up against, Sick in the Head is the team name. Is there any logic behind that?
Well, I suggested to my good friend Brienne, who I've known for years, that we be the bald and the beautiful. And she said, I'm not comfortable with being called beautiful. And I said, you think you're the beautiful one? The joke, of course, that's a joke, of course. But we went with Sick in the Head. I don't want to speak for Brienne, but we both dealt with some health issues in the past, and she's been a very good friend for me over the years, so I'm here to support.
All right, well, look at that. Bald and the beautiful, while follically not the choice. Sick in the Head. They have overcome some stuff in their lives, and now they're here possibly with a chance to maybe cast another crown aside and win 2 belts. Who are they going up against?
What an emotional undercurrent.
And their opponents, with a record of 3 wins and 0 defeats and 1 KO, representing the Fight Club, accompanied to the arena by the Golden Mike and the Fight and Mark, the Android and Draco. They are Rachel, the Crusher, Lucy, and Classic. Clark
mine was accurate. Look at that. All right.
Competitors, here is how the rounds will work in a championship format such as this. 5 rounds. As Ken said, to the finish. In round number 1, the field is going to hear 8 questions from 8 different movie categories. Each question is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round 1, and you may not rely on the knowledge of your teammate in round number 1. In round 1, it is all up to the individual to accrue points on behalf of your team. So we ask the question, you write down your best attempt at an answer on the whiteboard that we have so kindly provided in front of you. Do you need a marker? We bought those too. You get about 15 seconds, and then when we call time, we will address you by your name. Once we do that, please show your whiteboard and the best attempt at an answer you wrote on there to the camera at the same time you verbalize your answer for the microphone. I will remind each competitor and the teams about your 3 usages of the JTE rule throughout the match. If you're not sure you heard a question correctly, you want to repeat it, you want to buy yourself some time, use the JTE rule. Each team also has 1 challenge to use. You don't like the way a question was ruled? Please use your challenge and we will consider it up here at the answer desk. All right, ShireWolves, that would be Clark and Rachel, Thor and Hell, excuse me. Are you guys ready to go?
Yes, sir.
Ready?
All right, Brian, thank you for joining us here today. Brianne, favorite coming back. Are you guys ready?
Yes. We're ready.
Yes. And let's get ready to Schmoedown! 5 rounds to the finish. And why don't you have the honor and ask the first question in round number 1.
I do declare you're a gentleman to the end, sir. First question comes in the category of action/adventure. Michelle Rodriguez appears as Letty in how many films in the Fast and Furious franchise? I once got my Camry up to 43 miles an hour.
The all-time record for a Toyota Camry. I believe very impressive. We go to 5, 4, 3, 2,
5.
1. Please place your markers down. We're going to start with Clark there on the end.
8.
That is incorrect. Brian, did you have it?
I put 6.
That is also incorrect. More numbers with Rachel.
5.
5 is the correct answer, Brian.
4.
He had 4. So close. So close. Really just guess the numbers at that point. There's been like 18 of those movies. We move on to the 1990s. And your question from that lovely decade that saw the blossoming of Ken Knapsack. Who plays the angry school bus driver in Billy Madison?
It actually happened in 2004.
I was just giving you some credit there, buddy.
Chris
And we
Farley.
go to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Brant, we're going to start with you.
I put Chris Farley.
It is indeed correct. The legend Chris Farley.
Chris Farley.
Rachel had it as well, did Brian.
No yelling on the bus!
Chris Farley. And Clark Wolf.
Chris Farley.
All right, to ShireWolves. What a legend. And now Rachel, all of a sudden the only competitor left that could have a perfect round. If she does that, Ken, we have a bonus question just for Hella.
Just for you. Third question comes in the category of dramas. What actor stars alongside Tilda Swinton as a depressed vampire musician in 2013's Only Lovers Left Alive?
See, I had you for the 90s because I knew you were a big Liz Phair fan. I thought maybe that awoken some things
You know,
inside.
she's releasing an album next year.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. We start with Rachel.
Tom Hiddleston.
That is correct.
It is correct. Mr. Bryan.
I had Ewan McGregor.
It is not. Ewan McGregor. Does Clark have it?
He's adopted.
And Brianne.
I put Kate Blanchett.
All right.
Why not?
And now Shirewolves all of a sudden pouncing onto a 3-point lead. And we go to your fourth question in round 1. This is in the world of animated movies. Movies drawn by computer or by hand. Your question is, what 2006 animated film features the voice talents of Elijah Wood, Brittany Murphy, Hugh Jackman, and Robin Williams? You see the documentary on Robin Williams?
Yeah, do you know he actually had
fantastic
bird nests in his arm hair?
I think Josh McCouga has that.
So does Hal Rudnick.
5, 4, 3,
Rango?
2. We're with a lot of hairy people. 1. Pens down. Brian, you are up first.
I guessed Fantastic Mr. Fox.
It is not, and I will remind Brian that you have to write down the full title and name or we cannot accept it. Clark,
I got nothing.
Clark, I will remind you have to write down the full title or we cannot accept it. Brianne.
Happy Feet?
It was Happy Feet. Rachel.
I said Robot.
Oh, look at that. All right. the kids paid off there with her knowledge of Happy Feet. Ken, we go back to you for fantasy sci-fi.
All right. Fifth question comes in the category of fantasy sci-fi.
Yeah, I just kicked it over to you.
Thank you. Fantasy sci-fi. In Signs, what do Morgan and Bo wear to keep the aliens from reading their minds?
That movie scared me so much. I was afraid to walk to my car because it was
Tinfoil hat.
I got out of the movie.
Aliens are talking to me right now.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Clark Wolf.
Tinfoil hats.
Correct.
Tinfoil hat.
That's correct.
Tinfoil hats.
That's correct.
Tinfoil hat.
Hey!
Clean sweep.
We're all friends up here in the movie trivia Schmoedown. We move on to the next category, which is comedies. What does the laugh sound like, Ken? And nobody's ever laughed like that. In My Big Fat Greek Wedding, Tula's father believes that every physical ailment can be healed by using what household product? I love that movie.
Yeah.
Have you seen the sequel?
No.
Do not.
How many weddings have you been kicked out of?
Not. I am 2 for 11. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We go to Brienne.
Windex.
That's correct. Rachel.
Windex.
It is indeed.
I broke up with my first girlfriend while watching this movie, so I remember Windex.
He does remember Windex. Clark Wolf.
Windex.
All right.
Still 2-point lead here, but a close match. Very close match. Seventh question comes in the category of horror/thriller. Horror/thriller. Who plays Mark Wahlberg's wife in 2008's The Happening?
I believe that is M. Night Shyamalan's best critically reviewed film.
It's definitely
He got
higher
a lot
than
of
The
acclaim.
Last Airbender.
Yeah, that was his announcement to the world of movies.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Miss Cushing.
Zoe Deschanel.
That's correct.
Yes, it is.
I may
Brian.
not have spelled it right, but it's Zoe Deschanel.
Spelling is okay. You got the answer right to Clark Wolf.
Zoe Deschanel.
Yes, she did, and Brienne.
I didn't.
Okay.
Oh, she got a 0.
But she's proud of that 0, and that's
Yeah.
really all we ask for at the end of the day. It is back to 11-8, and the ShireWolves clinging to that lead, and we move on to our last category in round 1. It's a Patreon question, and it comes from our old buddy Jake Hammer. Thank you, Jake, the Hammer. Hey, there's a hammer up there, and there's a hammer in our hearts. Thanks to Jake for supporting the show. You guys can check out the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon at any time. Select which tier is right for you, and maybe one day we say your name. Jake Hammer wanted to pick directors for his last category in round 1. Your question in the world of directors is, what biopic served as George Clooney's feature film directorial debut?
He can direct me, you know what I mean?
Oh, Ken. Oh, boy. Oh. I do agree with you. He's very attractive. 5, 4, 3.
Can you repeat the question?
I certainly can. That
One
is
for sick in the head.
What biopic served as George Clooney's feature film directorial debut? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Syriana.
Pens down. We go to Mr. Bryant.
Is it Confessions of a Dangerous Mind?
It is. Did Clark Wolf have it?
Confessions of a Dangerous Mind.
Does Brienne?
I did not have it. I had good night and good luck.
Good night, good luck. Great. Not a bad guess. Not a bad guess. And
Confessions
Rachel
of a Dangerous
Cushing had it as well. Putting a little bit of a space between them right there at the end. So 13-9. ShireWolves over Sick in the Head, but Sick in the Head in the game. This is teammates learning their chemistry, Ken, and that's really going to be tested in round number 2, because this is known as the Wheel Around. The Wheel of Fate, Justice, perhaps Doom for one team. Each team gets one spin at that wheel, which features 12 different movie trivia categories. Each category contains 6 questions from said genre of film that we have up here. We're going to ask you, and you give us your best attempt at an answer. Each question is worth 2 points. If you're not sure of the answer, you can ask us to give you multiple choice, and we'll give you 4 options, one of which is correct, at which point the value of the question goes down to 1. And I'll remind both teams you are allowed to consult with your opponent for the duration of round number 2.
With our partner.
With your... And you can talk to your opponents too if you want to. I just wouldn't trust their answer. Yes, Thor is right. You can consult with your teammate, probably not the other way around. So now that we have all that squared away, the ShireWolves and Sick in the Head both are going to get to spin a wheel, Ken, that has Patreon categories on it. The wheel for today's match is sponsored by our Schmoedown patron, Jake Burnham. Thank you, Jake Burnham, for supporting the Patreon. The sponsored wheel slices for today's match are musicals and dance. So thank you, Jake Burnham. Musicals and
You want
dance.
someone to win?
I will actually point out that these matches were selected ahead of time, and the wheel slices for the Patreon do not run through our lovely Patreon runner. That would be Brianne Chandler, but these wedges did not come from Brianne. So, with all that out of the way, ShireWolves have the lead. Would you like to spin first, or would you like to defer to your opponent Sick in the Head?
We will defer.
They're going to defer to Sick in the Head, who Brianne, more the seasoned veteran, going to step up here.
A good spin.
Show Brian how it's done. That is how you spin a wheel. Good spin. It was a good presentation. She landed the dismount. I give that spin 9.8 out of 10 at the Olympics. And I'm a French judge, so I'm really hard.
I'm a Russian judge, so I won your election.
We could be looking at dance movies getting right off the bat. But now the question becomes, does she select dance movies, which we know is a favorite of hers, but does Brian know a lot about dance movies?
I'm not going to help you with that.
She's spinning away from again. She's spinning away from dance. Away from dance. Wow. Okay. You gotta wonder if Brianne wants Dance to come back, or if she actually wants.
Well, she knows that would play to her strength, but not necessarily her team's, and I respect that decision.
That's a giving team. It's like when LeBron passes at the end of a game. Should he have done it?
Directors is it.
Directors is the one, and I will be administering the questions to Sick in the Head. Ken will be asking the ones to the ShireWolves. So, these are directors in movies, something about their films, something about the director, and once again, each question is worth a maximum of 2 points. Remember, both teams, stealing is available in round number 2. Your first question for Brian and Brianne, that's fun to say, alliteration, is name the director of We Bought a Zoo.
Cameron Crowe. Cameron Crowe.
Is it Cameron Crowe?
It is 2 points.
That's the film I broke up with him on.
Brian, having a lot of relationship tragedy during cinema. Let's see.
This is a purging for me, a real catharsis.
Let's see who he had a fling with during these next movies. That would be who directed the Steve Martin films, The Man with Two Brains, The Jerk, and Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid.
Multiple choice.
Okay, gonna need
Multiple choice.
We can do that. Is it A, Harold Ramis, B, Steve Martin, C, Carl Reiner, or D, Frank Oz?
Carl Reiner. C.
Need an answer here in 5, 4,
C.
3, 2, 1.
Harold Ramis.
It is not Harold Ramis for the steal.
It's Carl Reiner.
It is for 1 point. They know a little something about directors over there on the ShireWolves end of the table as well. The next question, and this is for Sick in the Head. Brian De Palma directed the remake of Scarface in the 1980s. What directorial legend co-directed the original 1932 version alongside Richard Rawson? And we go to 5, 4.
Multiple choice, please.
I can do that. Is it A, Louis Milestone, B, Howard Hawks, C, Ernst Lubitsch, or D, Michael Curtis?
Michael Curtis? D.
Answer
The only legends.
4.
Hawks.
It is Howard Hawks for 1 point, maneuvering their way around a tough question. That's how great teammates do it. And you guys are halfway through round number 2. Your next question.
God.
Which was the debut feature film of writer-director Jason Reitman? Okay. And we go to 5, 4, 3.
Thank you for smoking.
That's correct for 2 points.
And we are tied with 2 questions left
Hanging in there.
in round number 2. Your penultimate question in this round. Name the only Alfred Hitchcock film that won Best Picture.
I know this. Rebecca.
2 more points, and they have their first lead of the ball game. And Ken, we go to their final question, and it's a director near and dear to all of our hearts. And that question: what was the last film that John Hughes directed?
Oh.
The last one.
All right, and we're going to need an answer here in 5, 4,
Uncle Buck?
3.
Choice.
I can provide that. Is it A, Uncle Buck, B, Home Alone, C, Curly Sue,
Uncle
or
Buck.
D, Dennis the Menace?
Uncle Buck. A.
Once again, need an answer in 5, 4,
A.
3.
Curly Sue?
It was Curly Sue for a point. Look at that. They had to go to multiple choice sometimes, Ken, but you want to come out of your portion of round 2 with the lead. That is what Sick in the Head has done.
There is pressure now on the other team. That is a check in the box, as they used to say when I used to play GoldenEye '96. They're checked by the box.
Interesting walk down memory lane. Thor is spinning, and I wouldn't doubt that Thor is able to spin the wheel, and that was a
this is
Asgardian level swirl.
spinning for a while here.
I like that Clark Wolf even made the effort to put like the face paint on. This is truly Thor Ragnarok, what we're looking at.
She actually cut out her own eye.
Could she have cut her hair? Sure. Horror movies, Ken. She's looking at Rachel. This is the same thing that Brienne went through when she got danced.
Might be another.
You're gonna take it. It's going to take horror movies.
Or we got a strength here, but that's what you said. That's that balance.
Okay.
It worked for Sick in the Head. Will work for ShireWolves. Here we go. 6 questions in this round. First one up. Who directed 2002's Cabin Fever?
Drew.
Eli Roth.
That's correct for 2
Eli.
points. They're within 1.
In American Psycho, Patrick stops Jean before she puts what on his coffee table?
It's the ice cream container.
That is incorrect.
That's what I
Any
think.
answer?
We're gonna guess it's water. It's a glass.
Incorrect. Looking for a spoon.
I just watched this movie and I feel like she puts the spoon in the container and then
And he puts the coaster
he puts the
underneath
coaster down.
Potential
challenge.
challenge.
Okay. Would ShireWolves like to use their tickets?
Yeah, let's challenge.
Okay, they're going to challenge here. We're going to need.
We're back, and after watching 48 minutes of American Psycho, we have a ruling, and according to our sources, Patrick Bateman, the character in the movie, puts down the spoon and the carton containing ice cream at the same moment. Thus, he placed both on the table, so the 2 points are going to go to the original answer, and that would be Clark Wolf.
I think that's the way to do it there. That's the way to do it.
All right. We move on to our next question.
All right. Third question. In what 2007 horror movie does a young widower return to his hometown to search for answers to his wife's murder, which may be linked to the ghost of a murdered ventriloquist?
That's a tough homecoming.
A lot of syllables for a dumb man like me to say, but...
Okay, multiple choice.
A. Puppet Master. B. Annabelle. C. Dolls. D. Dead Silence.
Yep, I knew it. Dead silence.
That's correct for a point.
1 point for ShireWolves, Ken. Interesting to note is that now they have the lead again, and the team retains their challenge because it was successful the first attempt.
Right. All right. Question 4. Who plays the Queen Vampire San Tanico
Salma Hayek.
from Dusk Till Dawn?
Salma Hayek.
Yes,
Salma Hayek.
That's correct for 2 more
They
points.
said it together. That's the kind of unison you can't coach. That just happens with experience.
All right.
Or coaching, probably.
5th question out of 6. In The Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2, the abandoned cabin that Ash and his friends visit is located in what state?
Okay, gonna go to 5,
Go for it.
4.
Feel good.
Tennessee.
That's correct for 2 points.
Wow. You know, Clark Wolf anchoring the team when it comes to horror, but Rachel Cushing also showing her overall movie knowledge as
Here
well.
we go. Final question. Who starred as Father Philip Lamont in Exorcist II, The Heretic?
Multiple choice.
George C. Scott. B. Gregory Peck. C. Richard Burton. D. Max von Sydow.
D.
Richard Burton.
That's correct for a point.
Alright, ShireWolves maneuvering that round very well, using their challenge. It ended up being successful. We close out their round with Exorcist 2, arguably the best movie in that franchise. They have a 7-point lead going into round 3, and this is where the championship matches get fun, Ken, because we have what is known as the betting round for round 3. Here's how it works. Because the ShireWolves are in the lead, one of these ShireWolves is going to spin that wheel again. Whatever category that wheel lands on, there's going to be a question asked to the field. You guys are going to come up with your best attempt at an answer, but before doing so, as soon as you see the category, each team has to decide how many points you want to wager. How well you know that category. Does it give you confidence or dread? You can wager no points. You can wager a maximum of 3 points. Once we get the wagers in, then we will ask the question and sort out the point system.
As we always say before the betting round, Ken Napzok, gamble responsibly.
Here we go. Oh, man. Mark Wolf has been rocking the bar classes, you know, and they pay off with wheel. I don't know if wheel spinning is a thing in bar classes, but certainly.
Good shoulder.
That's right. Mark Wolf, classy as always. 1, 2. Ken, they spun hard. Ken, this is some good spinning. Hey, kids at home, take bar classes. It's going to help you in selecting movie trivia categories. They picked hard, so now the teams are going to confer. And I'll remind y'all, this is a team exercise. This is not individual, so it's going to be one answer provided by each team, one wagering amount. And now for the question. In the world of horror movies, this could be worth as many as 3 points. This could be worth as many as 0. However many points you wager, you could lose this. What film numerically in the Friday the 13th series sees Jason take Manhattan? Like the Muppets did so long ago.
Oh, that's one of my favorites.
All right.
6.
Teammates sorting it. We're going to have to put the clock on at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We need an answer first. Sick in the head. How many points did you wager?
1.
You made.
And we've said 9.
Okay. And ShireWolves, how many points did you wager?
We wagered 2 and we said 8.
Okay, so
2 points are going to the ShireWolves, and 1 point is going to be taken away from Sick in the Head. And just like that, the betting round rears its ugly head to 2 scrappy underdogs who are trying to take some belts. It is all of a sudden a 10-point lead in the favor of the ShireWolves, Ken.
Yeah.
But, as everybody out there, everybody watching, all you reactors out there who we love so much, you guys know what round 4 means. That means it is time for the speed round. Why do we love the speed round, Ken?
because it's real fast, Mark.
Buzzers.
Yeah.
We got buzzers that we provide on the table. That's right, Ken. I said buzzers, and they are on the table now, along with the competitors. And there's some belts that the ShireWolves are ever so close to having, but the speed round has seen fate turn in a hurry. Here's how it works. Each team and each competitor is going to hear a question. It's worth 1 point. As soon as you think you know the right answer, use that buzzer to buzz in. The question is then for you and you alone. As soon as I say your name, you have 2 seconds at the most to answer the question correctly. You can't get in that time frame or you get an incorrect answer, your team is going to lose a point. So beware. You buzz in and you have a brain fart, your team is going to lose a point. Ken Napzok will be asking the questions. As soon as you think you know it, you do not have to wait for him to finish the question. You guys can buzz in. All right, Ken, you're ready.
First question. Name the movie from the tagline. 1 dream, 4 Jamaicans, 20...
Clark.
Cool running.
1 point. All right, and that's how the speed round works, Ken.
Question 2. Who plays Tom Hanks' love interest
Meg
in
Ryan.
You've Got Mail?
That is Brian.
Meg Ryan.
1 point. Sick in the head, back to a 10-point game.
Name the film franchise that has the following characters. Livingston Dell, Sal Bloom, Ruben Tishkoff.
Rachel.
Ocean's 11.
Correct. 1 point for the ShireWolves, back to 11 points.
Who directed the original Point Break?
Catherine
That is
Bigelow.
Brian.
Catherine Bigelow?
Yes, sir.
Correct. Final question. In Say Anything, John Cusack holds up what out?
That is Clark.
Radio.
Fox.
That is correct. And your winners and new movie trivia it's just such a great moment. It could not have happened to two nicer individuals. I will say this: the ShireWolves got a really nice test today from Sick in the Head. Brian, who's never been under the white hot spotlight of the movie trivia Schmoedown before, he's got a storied resume when it comes to movie trivia. He lived up to that promise, and Brienne played very well. They just didn't have what it took to get the belt from the ShireWolves. It felt like destiny served the Wolves here today. Hey, look, I for one hope Sick in the Head comes back.
Yep.
There was definitely some chemistry there. Brian stepping in the first time, that takes a lot to jump in the tubs, but look at what we have. New champions, Rachel, Clark, Emma, Mark and Jericho in their corner. This is history in the making here for the movie trivia Schmoedown, and I couldn't be happier for all involved today.
This is a great moment in the history of the movie trivia Schmoedown, and now we're going to toss it to our own Jen Sturger, who is going to have an interview with both the winning team and the losing team. Jen, it's all yours.
That's right, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans. Jen Sturger here with your new team champions, the ShireWolves, Rachel Cushing, Clark Wolf, the rest of the Five Club. Holy shit, this is amazing. How are you guys feeling right now?
My heart is beating so fast. I wasn't doing the math, so I just didn't understand it until it happened, and we wanted it, but I guess I didn't know I wanted it this much. I don't know. I'm like over the moon, and I'm so proud of Clark and I. Yeah, anyway.
Clark, yes.
You're tearing up.
I'm so, it's both, probably. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. And I feel like, I just feel like we played a really good game today. Like, we played a really good game, and I'm super proud of what we were able to accomplish.
What juju do you have on that wheel to keep spinning horror?
It's amazing.
I don't know. I really,
I am the force.
Yes, absolutely. I don't know. That was luck, but I'll say this, and I've said it before. Spinning what you think is your strength is not always a sure thing. I've had that backfire on me several times. But I also felt like, I felt like we could keep it in multiple choice if nothing else. So maybe we wouldn't have run the board, but at least we could have kept those points from going elsewhere, and that was the idea behind that.
Absolutely, and Sick in the Head kept it interesting.
Oh, they were amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, but ultimately, I think, what it comes down to today is something that we've been talking about, is that both Clark and Rachel played an absolutely incredible game today. If you want to see a textbook perfect example of how to write a screenplay, watch Back to the Future. If you want to see a textbook perfect example of how to play in the Schmoedown, watch today's match. Clark and Rachel, they know the game. They've been in it for so long. They've worked so hard. They absolutely deserve these belts, and it has absolutely everything to do with the fact that they are incredibly skilled when it comes to movie trivia, but they played a good game.
The thing that was great about it was they listened to each other, and there was strategy involved, because the smartest person in the world, if you don't know how to play the game, knowledge isn't everything, and the way they listened to each other, and the way that Clark, especially knowing horror movies are her strengths, when she wasn't 100% sure, she went with the multiple choice, and when she heard it, she knew. That's smart gamesmanship, because 1 point, 2 points can change this game on a dime, and like Emma said, this should be a how-to video for how to play this game. I am so impressed by just the teamwork and the way they played. It's just, I'm going to watch this to study it. It was amazing.
And as Andrejko was saying, 1 point making all of the difference. I mean, going into that speed round, there was a 10-point deficit. So as long as Rachel and Clark came out of that round 1 point ahead, there was no way that the other team could catch up to them. And again, Sick in the Head played really well, but ultimately I was watching that match with bated breath, just knowing they just needed to score 1 point up from where they were and be 11 points in the lead, and then they would take it.
Yeah, and I just want to say to Sick in the Head, to Brienne, who is, a phenomenal player, and what she did at the free-for-all is amazing. And coming into today, they had the intimidating factor. They had the unknown. And I have to say to Brian, welcome to the league. I hope he keeps playing. He played amazingly for his first time. This is not easy. People who play from their couches and yell at us for getting questions wrong. I'm sorry. You're not under the cameras and the lights. And he stepped in and he stepped up, and we were honored to play them, and we hope they come back. But I just want to give them props for playing and doing as well as they did.
Absolutely. And now this means you guys aren't splitting up, obviously, for Anarchy.
Sorry, Andrew Guy. Not sorry at all.
You get a well-deserved rest.
Yes, they absolutely deserve it.
Well, congratulations again. Are there people that you guys are looking to face, looking at these teams?
I don't know about that. I think I want to just sit with the belt for a minute. But I do want to say really fast one thing, because he's actually not here. I want to say thank you to Christian Harloff. Because Christian from the beginning has been a mentor, and I know some people out there give him a hard time. Oh, you know, we always say that if the game was rigged, I would have had a belt a long time ago. But I really mean that he's like been the Mickey to my Rocky Balboa, and I'm not inflating my own ego. I'm just saying, like, he has been so supportive. He puts this whole thing. Well, that is our commissioner, but you know, Christian. This is Christian's baby, and I this means so much to me. This means a lot to be the first woman to hold a belt. Like it means, or to win a championship. Like it really does, because we see it all the time. Like, you know, oh, there should be a women's league. There's no women's league. There's no women's league. We are the league. We're in the league, and we're the winners right now. And
we earned it. We played so many matches in our singles career and our career together. We said from the beginning we didn't want handouts. We didn't get any handouts. We fucking earned this. And we're really, really, really proud. And then with Clark on the whole
Do
thing.
you know how many times Clark Wolf has had a title shot? Come on, people! I'm just shocked. I just heard Rachel curse. Anyways, congratulations again, ladies. Well-deserved win. Go enjoy this.
thank you.
Sick in the head, Brienne, Brian, that was a hell of a match to come out to your first time playing together. You gotta be feeling pretty good still about your chemistry, despite, you know, the outcome not being what you wanted, obviously.
Yeah, I think we work well together. I mean, we did a podcast together. I was on his podcast for 7 years as a regular segment. So I know his strengths, and I knew once we spun dance that was going to work for me, but not necessarily for him. And I thought, you know what,
much help at that point.
probably better to spin again.
Is that why you spun away from dance? I think we were all shocked that you spun away from dance, just because it's such a strength of yours. Do you regret doing that?
I don't regret doing that, just because I wanted this to be about the team and not about me. So that's why I knew there were plenty of other categories that I know something in, and I know that Brian is much stronger in, so that's why I felt, you know what, let's go with something else.
Brian, how was your first experience playing? Were the lights out there a little intimidating? I mean, obviously you guys maybe have practiced together, you know, worked on it, and you can rehearse all you want, but being out there is a completely different game.
Yeah, once you're in it, like once you're in the moment, like it, you know, washes over you, and you're like, oh, I guess we're doing this. So in that respect, it was like, oh, all of a sudden, you know, it's real. Here we are. It was exactly what was expected to be. Brienne set me up very well to prepare for this and to be ready for what comes. And we got unlucky, unfortunately, with a couple of spins. They hit horror, and then it came up for us on the betting round, right? And this has been working in our favor, but they are great competitors and played a hell of a game. I'll have to go back and watch the tape, but I think they missed combined something like 1 or 2 questions. I mean, that was an incredible round for an entire game, actually.
Absolutely. Well, hopefully you'll come back and play with us some more. We absolutely enjoyed having you here. Thanks again, guys, for coming out today and for putting on a hell of a performance for your first time playing together. And I hope we see you guys back together soon, as soon as this Anarchy business is over.
Thanks for having us. Me, anyway.
All right, well, you see there, Ken, I mean, that is just some real emotional stuff right now. If you look at how happy the ShireWolves are, they've wanted these belts for so long, and it's one of those things, to my eyes anyway, where you want it and you're focused on getting it, and once you get it, you're not prepared for how it's going to feel once you finally have it. They're starting to feel just the weight of those belts from an emotional standpoint.
Look, I can say this. I am in the rear view mirror of Rachel and her career. Look at where she has gone. Look where Clark has gone. Look where Emma has led them. Mark, part of this team, you got to give it up for the Fife Club making history today, and the ShireWolves coming in here and just putting a stamp on this channel.
But I don't think Sick in the Head is done by any stretch of the imagination. I think Brian and Brian have real chemistry. You want to call them the Bald and the Beautiful, or you want to call them, so whatever you want to call them, you can call them two damn good movie trivia competitors.
Absolutely. Maybe Brian's got that taste for blood, and Brienne getting so close, maybe she can come back. Maybe this will be a feud, a battle down the line. You never know, but we saw some history here today.
That's right. Well, that is Ken Knapsack. You can check him out on the Afternoons podcast with Josh Makuga and Ken Knapsack. You can also catch him at your local sports card den, opening packs of 1987 tops. I am merely Mark Ellis, and you guys can check out the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon at any time. Support the show, select which tier is right for you, and maybe we'll say your name on a future telecast. Also, check out the Schmoedown Rundown podcast on iTunes and the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Facebook page. Once again, for Ken Knapsack and Christian Harlow, I am Mark Ellis. We have our first female competitors holding Movie Trivia Schmoedown belts. It's about damn time.
What's up, Schmoedown fans? Frank here, and it is time for your Schmoedown Breakdown. Here we go, the team titles are on the line, and right from the get-go, the ShireWolves come out with a confident and dominant first round, scoring 13 points. Clark in this round scored 6 points, and that snaps a 6-game streak in which he has scored 7 points in the first round. The last time Clark scored 6 points in a team match was, ironically enough, in a title match against the Patriots. ShireWolves have a commanding lead, 13-9. Moving into round 2, Brienne and Brian put up a really good showing for a debuting team. They earned 8 points, answering 5 of 6. But again, the ShireWolves keep up their first round momentum and earn 10 points on their 6 questions. It's their best round 2 performance ever as a team. What was a 4-point lead for Rachel and Clark ballooned to a 7-point lead heading into the wager round. As the wager round concluded, the ShireWolves tacked on another 3 points to their lead, which meant they had a full 10 points over Brienne and Brian. Up to this point, Rachel and Clark had not missed a question since the 4th question in the first round. Into the speed round, Brienne and Brian would not make it easy. They managed to pop in 2 correct answers in a back and forth, but it was Clark Wolf who finally hit the dagger 5th question to give them an 11-point lead and the knockout to claim the vacant team title. Rachel and Clark are now the new team champions of the Schmoedown. Inside the numbers, Brienne and Brian played a respectable game, going 16 of 25 for 64% in a debut match. But the story here is the dominance of the ShireWolves. They continue their torrid pace. They went 24 of 27 for 89% correct. Their performance today is the 6th best accuracy of all time in a team match, but it is the #1 most accurate performance ever in a team title match. If you want to find out other stats about this match and from around the league, check out SD Rundown Stats on Twitter. And don't forget to check out the Schmoedown Rundown every Saturday on the Collider Podcast Network on YouTube and the Collider Factory podcast feed. This has been your Schmoedown Breakdown.
How's it going, guys? If you didn't know about...
Well, the ShireWolves are the champions, baby! And nothing nobody can do about it. Congratulations, Clark, Rachel, to the whole Fife Club. You got the belts. We got women with belts. It's amazing. I'm so freaking proud of them. So proud. It's been a long time coming, but the day is here. Woo! ShireWolves! Yeah! Brienne, you fought hard. Your partner, never would have predicted him. To be honest, until this match, I had never heard of Brian. But he was solid. Did the best he could. Kudos to you on a good match. But the ShireWolves are the champions, baby! Yeah! So happy for them. So happy. If you like my reactions and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Christopher Woodburn, you can find me on Twitter, Chris Woodburn 83, Facebook, Christopher Michael Woodburn. If you do Schmoedown reactions, trailer reactions, come join the MTS Fan Reaction League on Facebook. We also do new episodes of Schmoedown All Access on the Jack of All Trivia YouTube channel every Sunday. So until next time, it's your boy C-Dub. Congrats to the ShireWolves, to the 5 Club. Peace.